Hi there, a very good morning, good afternoon to all of you, depending on wherever you're watching me. This simply starts with another video, and this time this video corresponds to a green energy company that is less than 10,000 crore market cap and has been doing reasonably well. I'm sorry. Results have been quite outstanding, but there are pros and cons for this company. So we'll discuss about that. I'll have a decent discussion on the markets, the small cap index as well as the Nifty. So let's get started. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation. People taking in position to any share that I talk about should that with their own due diligence and research. I am not a member of the NEC and BSC, and that I am not an official portfolio advisor. All these discussions that I do online is purely based on me being a retail investor over the last 12, 13 years, and what I have done in this market, whatever knowledge I have gained in this market, I'm trying to impart that to you. So whatever decisions with respect to investments into any asset class you take, kindly take a note that they are laden with market risk, and the things can go awry anytime. So be very careful about it and do consult your official financial advisor before taking any call on it. Before I talk about this company, here's a small request. Kindly support me on Patreon. And once you do that, help me grow the channel. Help you also ask me questions, seek out answers in greater detail. You'll have access to my portfolio, which I keep changing. There is a trading portfolio, there is an investment portfolio, analysis on different companies, discussion on domestic and global markets. We keep on discussing about how the market is doing, or what the market is doing, and how it is performing. Updated watch list, which comes every monthly. I have not been able to do it lately because of time constraints, but they do come in, and whatever queries you're having, I answer that. Now to discuss about the company that I wanted to discuss with you, let me take you to the screen of website, and the company in question is KPI Green. So KPI Green Energy, 1150 rupees stock, 4000 crore market cap company. I have been following this stock since it was around 1500, 1800 crore market cap, and it has grown over this period because of the kind of numbers that it has shown, trading at a PE of 30. So incorporated in 2008, KPI Green is in the business of solar power generation, and basically they have two models of PPP and other hybrid power generation through solar energy, and they have been doing well. So rather than going into the details of the company that most of you might be understanding, if you just first have an idea of the way the price has zoomed over the last year or so, then you'll have an understanding as to how things have been. So from around 400 levels, it has gone all the way to 1100, 1200 levels, which has been just a tremendous move, although the PE hasn't blasted. So PE is around 30, and it has not gone to 70, 80 times, or something of that sort. Even on the market cap to sales basis, it's trading at around 5 times, 5.5 times, which is not extremely expensive, although I must say that on a 3-year basis, it is trading at a slightly elevated valuations, because 3.5 times sales is normally it trades at. Now about the company. So these are the quarterly results, and they have been improving from last many quarters. So they did around 35 crores in June 21. Then they started doing 57 crores with 41% margin in here. Then they did 62 crores, 75 crores. And then it completely got blasted off 122, tremendous numbers, 160, 180 crores, and now it's increasing even further. So overall, what they have done in the September quarter this year, 215 crores of sales, with margins of 33%. They are looking at maintaining this margin between 30 to 35%. At the moment, in September 22, they did 160 crores of sales. Sales have grown over 30%, 32, 33%. Profit as well. I mean, the margins have remained stable. So profit of 53 crores have now grown to 71 crores. And overall, on the bottom line, also profit before tax was around 36 crores, and this time around it was around 44 crores. So that has also grown by around 22-23%. So there's the taxation aspect in here, and that is why we have a situation where net profit is around 21 crores versus 35 crores this year. This is because of the tax that was paid last time around, which was higher. So that's why I'm taking profit before tax, which is still higher by around 22-23% on this higher base. So overall, they did 9.6 rupees EPS, 9.2 in the last quarter. Normally, December quarter is much better, December and March. So I expect to see around 39-40 rupees EPS for this year. And if you have an idea, so the stock is around 1150. If we take 40 rupees EPS for the year, then we are looking at a situation where the stock is trading at, even on 39 rupees, 29-30 times. So it's relatively right there. Not expensive, but not cheap either. Normally, I mean, these power companies and all these renewable energy companies trade at around 18-20 times. This is 30 times. So what is the trigger for this stock to go even further higher, say in the next 2, 3, 4 years? The trigger are the election results that we have seen this time around. So Gujarat has a favorable government that is in power at the center, and we have seen how election results have panned out in the three states. So I believe that over the next 5 years, there will be a continuation of flow of orders coming into the company and all these kind of companies, say KPI Green or Inox Wind or other kind of companies. Just to name a few, no recommendation or anything, be it infrastructure, real estate, automobile, you have renewable energy, etc. Everywhere the order flow will be there, be it in defense and all. So I think this growth momentum of 25-30% may just remain for the next 2, 3 years. And if that remains, the PE will not remain at 25-30. The PE should expand towards 45-50. And once the PE is around 45-50, then you can understand, say, if you say a growth of 20-25% over the next 3 years, we could be seeing the EPS doubling over the next 3 years, and EPS to be closer to 80 rupees, and a PE of say 50 or something. The stock could go much higher from these levels. So don't want to project any numbers, but yes, we can project as to how the sales numbers and profitability could pan out. So in terms of that, it looks like that the company should end up doing pretty well in the next 3 years or so. Remember, most of the stocks, in fact, all of the stocks from now on in that I discuss here on my channel, is all about long-term investing, is all about 2 to 4, 5 years investing rather than trades that I talk about here. Now let's look at the balance sheet. So it's kind of iffy in here with the reserves being at 290 crores, but there is a borrowing of around 850 crores, 840 crores. So that is the kind of highly capital intensive business that KPI Green is into. Another factor I want to just point out, which could be a huge negative for somebody investing into it, and we can see here on the money control website, is about their shareholding pattern. So once you look at the shareholding pattern, you'll understand that there is a lot of pledging that is taking place. 49% of their stocks are pledged. Even though promoter holding is slightly increasing over the last few quarters, there have been an increase in FII holding, and so there have been a little bit of DII sprinkling in here, but FII holding has increased by around 4.2%. But a major deterrent to most of the large investors investing into this company is the fact that this company has around 50% of pledging of promoters. So that is not quite real positive. In fact, it's a negative for this company. Otherwise, the way the company is growing, the way things are panning out, can give you consistent returns. That's my understanding. So not discussing targets or anything, but looks good, personally speaking, from a 3 to 4 year perspective. All right, so now we are going to come on to the discussion on the market. So let's discuss about Nifty and the BSC small cap. So both of them. So Nifty is scaling new highs every day. Now we are at 21,000. Based on the current EPS, which is 950 rupees, 952 rupees. We are looking at a situation where the Nifty, in my opinion, for the short term is overbought 22 times FY24 earnings. So I have a feeling that there could be a correction of 2 to 3% on the Nifty. We could see a 500 point correction around 20,400 to 20,500. I see major support in here, and I'll give you the reason as to why I see that happening. If you look at moving averages for the Nifty, so this is a simple moving average. 5 days around 2870, 10 DMA is around 2450. I believe we could easily come towards 10-day moving average and then reverse from there. So I think 20,450 is something that is very much possible, and in that sense I feel that any 2-3% correction, 3% correction is par for the course, even in huge bull markets. So then you need to get into all these kinds of government oriented, probably companies into infrastructure, real estate, into all these, you can say, economy related businesses. And I feel that going forward, say 1 year down the line, that is 1 year down the line, you could see the markets at 24,000. By elections, I will not be surprised if we make a top around 22,000, 22,500. So that's my assessment. Again, no, nothing that okay, this is going to happen and we all know about it, but I think there is a possibility that we could go towards 22,500 over the next 5-6 months or so, and 24,000 over the next 1 year. Now coming to the small cap index, let's just discuss about that. So let me just open that up. Let me just close the Nifty thing. So small cap index did a different thing. So Nifty held up, the small cap index went down. So basically what happened was it opened at 41,440, made a high of 41,550, 41,550, and then came down and went below 41,000 intraday, to close around 41,100. What that shows is that small cap have has run up a lot. They have run up a lot, and I feel that there will be more correction in the small and mid caps rather than Nifty, and we could see that happen. So we could see a 6 to 7% correction in here. Again, if you look at the moving average part, we have 5-day moving average at 41,140. It's just below that. The next is a 10-day moving average that's at 40,600. I think we are going to breach that as well, and we could head towards 40,000, and then reverse from there. So there is a major chance that we could go down 1,000 to 1,200 points on the BSC small cap as well, which is not a lot considering the way it has moved up. So 3%, 4% small cap correction, index correction is possible over the next few days, but eventually again here as well we could see even a 20% move over the next 1 year, even from here, from these levels. So again, if you're getting into mid and small cap, get into companies which are fundamentally very strong, and the numbers are kicking in. So this was a video on this company as well as the indexes. Please like and subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon so you can get my videos straight away when I post it, and kindly support me on Patreon. Thanks a lot for watching.